All right. So, man, this last week has been kind of wild, actually. So, I thought I had valve issues. The machine shop that I bought and had to redo my engine. I thought they had. It doesn't matter. S&J engines, great place to get an engine. I voided my own warranty because, well, it doesn't matter. Um, for any of you that have a uh, a Cherokee or a Grand Cherokee or a Wrangler or a WJ that has the straight six in it, and you've been wondering if it's worth getting the Edelbrock head. Absolutely, absolutely worth every penny, and I'll tell you why. So when I first got my Jeep, it had it didn't even run. Um, it ended up with a rod knock. First off, the timing chain was so bad it wouldn't even run. The previous owner had turned the distributor to try to get it to run, which if you have one of these vehicles, you cannot turn the distributor on a 91. They do not turn. It is computer controlled. It is set in one position, and that's it. He turned this thing to get it to run, which means it was up on the stud, and he barely had the uh, the shaft into the water, into the oil pump. And long story short, I made it run. It didn't run very good. I changed out the timing set on it. Ran great. I drove it for probably 15 to 20,000 miles. Drove it all over the place. It got horrible gas mileage. I think I was getting maybe 10 to 12 miles a gallon. And then started a horrible rod knock. I mean, the engine's got 300,000 miles on it. Anyway, I finally I yank it out. I rebuild another engine that I had. Turns out that the block of that engine's garbage. I got that off Facebook Marketplace. It's a junk motor, which is fine. No big deal. Um, so I sent my original block in to S&J Engines because they didn't have a 4-liter block sitting around to build for me. Um, they took my engine, they tore it down, they line honed it, they remanufactured this engine. They didn't just rebuild it, they remanufactured it back to uh, specifications of the manufacturer OEM. Obviously, it has bigger bearings in it, which is fine. I mean, that's what it calls for to remanufacture one of these engines. That engine was so worn out that they had to bore it. It would be bored like 50 over stock. My bore is now 3.907. That's what the bore is. Stroke's still the same. It's still a 344 stroke, a 3.44. So this engine is not a 242 anymore. It's 247 point whatever. So it's 247 and a half, basically. And they did a great job on it. They did a great job. Um, I mean, I slapped an Edelbrock head on it, and I port matched it with my intake manifold, which was already port matched anyway to another head that I had. That I basically I punched it out, the head that was on there. Um, I did all the bulwark on it and all the things, and I did that, and I was like, you know what, it's fine, whatever. I'm gonna check out one of these heads. I threw it on there, and that thing will wrap to 5,500 RPM, no problem. And in fact, I think it likes it. It doesn't no valve float, no nothing. I put some new injectors in it, and I am now getting 18 to 19 miles a gallon, running 35 1250s and stock gearing, and it's got power. I don't have really much of a problem driving it around. If it had, say, 410 or 456 gears in it, that thing would spin the tires all day long. Um, I'm very, very pleased with what has happened. I'm going to take the old head that they machined, and I'm going to slap that on another Jeep, a Jeep Wrangler 91, same year. So that head's going to go on another Jeep, just because the other Jeep has like 140 or 150,000 miles on it, and I don't really want to redo all the valves. It needs injectors, so it's probably going to get the same injectors. It'll probably actually get the injectors out of my Jeep because they're 19.9 psi injectors, and I think I'm going to jump up to 21 psi injectors because it smells like it's running a little lean. So I might even get another 5-10 horsepower out of it just to have the right injectors in it. And then the other stuff will go in the other Jeep, and then all the Jeeps will be fixed. So I don't know. Like, I am S&J Engines, phenomenal guys over there. And Dan over here in Spokane took care of me. If I had any questions or wanted to know what was going on, like, he would go out in the shop and talk to the guys right there and be like, hey, what's going on with this engine? And then he'd give me an update. Really great customer service. When I thought I was having some mechanical issues, I called them on a Friday. He got back to me on a Monday because they're not open on the weekends. And by then, I had already figured it out that it was some other issues that I was having with the fuel regulator. So, but all in all, I'm very happy. Highly recommend getting an engine from them. They do have the best warranty on the market. If you do not want to catalog all of the parts necessary, or want to catalog all the parts necessary to maintain that warranty, I highly recommend paying someone else to do it. It will cost more, but 100,000 miles, 7-year warranty, that's a great warranty. That's almost a new car warranty. So I suspect that I'm going to have this engine for 200,000 or 300,000 miles. And like I said, I have not had any issues with it. I have noticed that running the Edelbrock head, my engine temperatures spike a lot quicker, and I'm wondering if that's just because it's aluminum. But it also cools off faster. So who knows? But no, we'll see.